Hi guys, and welcome back. If you are new here, thanks for stopping by and I hope you stay a while. This is going to be a 3-part series of the office makeover, and this is a part 2, so if you haven't seen part 1, make sure to go ahead and watch that prior to watching this so you're all caught up. But right now I'm giving you guys a recap of what the room looks like right now while we put up this wall right now that I'm showing you and made this from a double door into a single door. So if you like home renos or room makeover videos, just keep on watching. So like I was saying in last week's video, we put up a whole new wall and made the double door into a single door. And so this week we are going to be tackling the inside of the office room. Right now we're taking apart all of the built-ins, and don't worry, this wood will not be going to waste. I have a future project that I'm going to be using a lot of this wood for.
Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go.
So now that all of the cabinetry is out of the room, we are working on framing the doorway. And in this house, we're going for a more modern, traditional look. So we're putting something that's more straight line and seamless like a modern home, but putting up a more traditional top piece. I'm not sure what it's called, but the top part is a more traditional look, and that's what we are doing right now. So even though we're not really working on the entryway, this hallway right now, it is just putting up this trim has really transformed this room and made this part of the room just look a lot more polished and put together, which is really nice because we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all.
So now that we're done framing out the doorway and putting on the trim at the bottom, we are going to now head inside the actual office. First things first, taking off this terrible wallpaper. Now I'm not sure if it comes across really well on camera because the wallpaper is really subtle, but it's like this kind of pinkish, whitish, like different like shapes on there. And so we're just gonna take that off. What we found is that like the acrylic type of material on the top came off pretty easy, but it left the backing on the wall. So later on we are going to have to tackle that with a steamer because that was not something that we were able to get off just by pulling it off. And of course, teamwork makes the dream work. We are passing off the baby, and here comes Abel to help us out and taking off all the wallpaper. It really is a family job, and it makes the process a lot more fun and just a lot more togetherness. I also love how it's showing the boys' hard work and also to take care of your things, take care of your home. If you take care of your home, it will take care of you. And then just giving them some skills and how to, work with their hands and work with tools for whatever project they decide to do in the future.
Love you like I do. Love you like I do. Oh, it breaks your
So this room was an office, so it had 3 can lights. Actually, I think it had 5 in total. We decided that that was gonna look kind of weird in a bedroom, so we decided to take the 5 into one light centered into the room. So my husband right now is working on taking out the can lights, and then we're gonna end up patching up those holes in the future. But while he's doing that, I am getting the steamer out, and I am going to start taking off the backing of the wallpaper that's still stuck to the wall. Oh, wow, wallpaper is not hard to take off. It's just one of those tedious tasks that take time. I mean, having to hold the steamer here to saturate the backing so that way you can scrape it off. It just took a lot of time and elbow grease. And when it was done, I was so glad because it was taking forever. As you can see, this is a new day and there's still wallpaper that we need to take off.
Sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the lower, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark, and maybe just a better kind of bitter, bitter. Lose gravity, I'm swimming in the quicksand. To my knees, keep losing sleep. I'm manic dream at midnight, so hard to please. Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder, you know.
Like I said earlier, we were taking the 5 can lights and turning it into one. So right now he set up the electrical for the light that's going to be going into the center of the room, and now he is creating a template to fill the holes of the old can lights so that way it can get mudded and then painted later on. We also decided to move the light switch from the inner wall to the wall right outside of the door. So that's what we're doing right now, and I am feeding the electrical wire down to the basement so that way he can attach it to the electrical box. And now he is going to feed all that and attach the light switch, and then we're gonna head right back to the ceiling. There is so much wallpaper around the room that we both decided to tackle it, but we only had one steamer, so he was working on it with the steamer, and I decided to see if my little spray bottle method would work. I quickly realized that it just was not enough to spray the wall with wallpaper and then scrape it off. It just was not getting the paper off as efficiently as the steamer, but I did try, and I tried to make the process go a little bit faster, but you know, to no avail. It really did not work.
Now I got these voices in my head, baby, I can focus. Feels like I've been hypnotized. Now I'm terrified of losing you. Touching your body, but feeling like I'm all alone. You don't seem to want me, even though you told me so. And baby, I wonder if we should just go separate ways. We could start over. We could start over. Trying not to live.
Alright, so taking a break from taking off all the wallpaper, we are now going to start framing out the closet that we're putting in here. And right now we're just taking 2x4s, making sure that it's level and straight, and we're measuring out how big we want this closet. And yeah, so right now he is cutting the wood to place on the closet so that we can start building it out.
Trying not to let my feelings get to me. Sometimes I can let them go. So now I got these voices. Now I got these voices in my head, baby, I can focus. Feels like I've been hypnotized. Now I'm terrified of losing you.
Yeah, look how this room is transforming just by a couple pieces of 2x4s. It really has just changed the way that this room looks, and it's really starting to look more like a bedroom and less like an office. It's just crazy how like little things really do make a big impact.
Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push your limits with you right now. Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push your limits with you right now. Right now, right now. Get it right now, right now, right now. Get it right now, right now, get it right now. Yeah, push your limits with you right now.
If I thought framing really did a number on the room, just putting up some drywall really starts to finish off the space. So here we are starting with the front of the closet. So this is where the door is going to be. We're putting the drywall up, and then we're going to be cutting out the opening so that we can then stick a door in the middle of it in the future.
Yeah, push your limits with you.
day 376. Just kidding. We have drywall up. Bum, bum. Now we just need to get the other side right here. And then we're gonna mud, sand, and then hopefully get to painting in a couple days. So I totally forgot that I did that while I was recording, and I debated taking it out because it's such a weird angle, but you know what? That's just what it's gonna be. We're gonna get some weird angles. We're gonna get weird in here. And just like that, in a matter of YouTube minutes, we have a completed closet. I love how nonchalant he is about all of our accomplishments, but in the end, he is just as excited and just as proud of us as I am. So when you're living through a remodel, a renovation, a makeover, fixing up a part of your home, you have to clean in between each and every step so that you can just keep your sanity for the rest of the project, and also the project just goes a lot smoother when you're not tripping over things and having to deal with dust everywhere, because there's always going to be dust. You can't get away from it. There will always be dust. So right now my husband is patching up all of our screw holes from putting in the new drywall, and he will then start mudding right now. So now we're on a couple days later. It always takes a couple days for the mud to dry and then to do some recoats and top coats and all the coats. So now a couple days later, we are going to sand the mud so that way the wall is nice and smooth and it doesn't look like we put a door up or fix the ceiling or any of that.
My perception, feel like I wanna do something wrong now. Packing all your belongings, say you wanna take some time.
I can definitely say without a doubt that sanding is definitely not my favorite part, but oh, what a transformation. The walls become so smooth and the walls just look so much more finished once all the sanding is done. But I'm going to have to leave you all here because this is a three-part series and there is so much that we did to this room that you're just going to have to wait for the next video. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for coming along this journey with us. I hope to see you in the next video. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, share it with a friend. And go follow me on Instagram at @homewithlace. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.